Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. This one's located on the west spawn of Airfield, and it's under the command of Yarbas of OLIMP. And he's got 2 replays to show us, and 2 marks of excellence. And he keeps talking over me. Game on. Okay, the M44 used to be one of the favourite Artys in the game, mainly down to the fact that it had such a fast fire rate and it carried a heavy shell. The Leffy, the Fifi La Pew Pew, did have the fastest fire rate in the game, but unfortunately it only has a 105mm shell, whereas the M44's got the 155mm. And it was capable of 550 alpha, but now it's only got 500. And of course, the reload time has been drastically changed. He's got a slight occlusion of the reticule there, which means something is actually blocking the shot to the right. And he's got a red line there. He fires his... oh, he doesn't fire his first shot. I thought for a second that was him firing. It's not. He's waiting for these guys to come on. Well, that's much better. He fires at the chopper. It's another new tank. Looks kind of Churchill-like, that tank. Nicely lined up. And... oh, that one flew over the top. Went well long. Oh, we get to have a look at this new tank. Oh, it's a double barrel tank. The British double barrels. Not at all fictitious in any way, of course. Well, that tracked him in spot on there, so our teammate can actually get a shot on him. In fact, the chopper on our team just got a double barrel shot into the chopper. So we got the assist for that one. A big hit. Okay, a Type T-34 is hiding on that corner. It's going to be a very difficult shot. Oh my gum, he got it! He got a direct hit. Well, that guy's not going to be shining so brightly. The Type T-34 does not have a lot of armor. So that shot might have actually penetrated him. We'll have to wait and see. Penetration values for the standard stun shell are 39mm, but remember the top armor of a Type T-34 is about that thickness, if not around about the 35mm mark. Well, the Challenger's gone, but the enemy seems to be doing better than we are, because so far we're 3 behind. Okay, Chopper's a one shot, and he gets splashed to death. So that's the first kill for Yarbas. Okay, the MT25 has rather carelessly sat on the corner there where there's bushes so he can spot, and that makes him very, very vulnerable. We just saw a tree go down. I think the Type T-34 has just moved up. So we splashed the MT25. And now we're picking up stun assist. Was that damage assist? It's damage assist, so we tracked him. And the Type T-34 did move up. You can see him now. Now we can splash the MT-25. And we stunned him, but unfortunately our teammate isn't close enough because we lost the Skoda T-24. And that was our platoon mate, by the way. There's 2 platoon mates in Yarbas's team. Crazy Killer in the T-52, and the other one was Midhail. I think it's Midhail. I can't pronounce the rest of his name, but both of them are dead already, so unfortunately they're not going to be providing any more. But I'm pretty sure that the Skoda driver did actually get some assist, because of course he was on the receiving end of that shell from the MT25. KV1 rounds out. Direct hit, 234, good hit. The Type T34 still there, but you can see he's missing a huge amount of hit points. That may have been from Yarbas. In fact, I suspect it was. It wasn't a penetrating shot, but it was certainly a very, very brutal hit. That must have been a proximity spot. Proximity shot, I should say. Close. Now, we still think that MT25 is sitting on that corner, spotting our guys. The scores have changed now. We were 2 behind. Now we're actually 1 ahead. Of course, Yarbas has had something to do with that. The MT25 goes down. Now it's the turn for the Type T34. And all he's got is an SU-85 to protect him. Now, he's trying to work out where he can place the shell. And unfortunately, it hits the rock instead. Yes, you can see that half the reticule is within the rock, so there's no chance. If the shell actually does loop over there, it'd be a miracle. It'd be very, very difficult. He can try, but let's have a look, see. Well, he does get it to loop over. How much damage it did to the Type T34, though, is debatable. The problem is really the SU-85 on the last rock, because he is probably spotting, and he's having a quick look. And he's probably spotting and stopping the Challenger from moving on. Yes. Okay, there's an FB304. In fact, the enemy... Whoa! The enemy just lost their FB304 to the Challenger. They had 2 FB304s. Now, we fired where he was last seen. Got a rather disturbing message saying that his session's about to end in 3 minutes. I hope this doesn't stop him from winning this game. We're 2 up on the enemy now. We know where the Type T34 was last seen. And now he's actually in sight and he goes down. And now the Burt is in sight as well. Rounds out. Right alongside him for 181. He goes down with the next shot. And that just leaves 2 left on the enemy team. A G2 and a Churchill 1. And I suspect that the Churchill 1 might be an AFK. Would have seen him up near the front, but he's not there. The G2 is still definitely in the game, but probably guarding that corner. Suspected shot. He's got plenty of shells, so he can afford... And there's the G2. He moved. Now they've... Oh, and the Churchill's in the game as well. The G2 just killed our VK. Now, the Churchill is on the corner, so we'll put it round into him first. And we did get some stun assist off that. And that just leaves the G2. Now, remember, they've got very thick armor on the front, but weak everywhere else with a very good gun. And we fire at the G2, who doesn't move away and takes a hit. And he's stunned. And he goes down, and he was taken out by the Challenger. Here's is the end of battle results, and that was an ace tanker game for Yarbas of OLIMP in the M44. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7, and he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate from that game was 2,598, which is Unicum standard. And I think it was helped that he only got the 1 kill, because that enabled him to get so many assists on the damage and destruction of other tanks. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in this game was the Stiefwaffenträger on our own team, who got 1,903. Second highest damage was the Chopper on our team, 1,862. And the third highest damage, well, that goes to the Jutu on the enemy team, who had 1,741. We can see Yarbas got 1,411, and he was beaten by only 2 members of the enemy team. 3 members of his own team, places him 6th in damage. When it came to kills, though, we can see top scorer was the Challenger, and he was 1 short of getting a Radley Walters medal. Definitely picked up the Top Gun, and as well, he picked up a Pascucci's medal, for killing at least 2 enemy SPGs. So very good performance by the Challenger. He did get the last kill of the game as well, the Cheetu. 3 kills went to the FB304, or one of them, on the enemy team, and 2 kills went to the Stiefwaffenträger, the Chopper, the Zadimika, and on the enemy team, their Cheetu SP and their Type T34. Yarbas only got the 1 kill, but as I said, that actually helped him to get the Confederate. And when it came to base XP, he's in 2nd place. The Challenger getting 1,044, and 930 went to Yarbas, 857 went to the Chopper. And yes, that's it. So let's have a look at the detail. He fired 20 rounds, got 4 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but he did get 13 splashes. 1,411 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, so just within the Confederate margin. 197 hit points of damage assist, and 1,070 of stun assist off 12 stuns, and that was enough to get the ace tanker. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 32,284 credits, and he took away 6,244 experience, 6,277 experience points out of that one as well, including missions for completing, bonuses rather, for completing missions. So the first replay is a very good one in the M44, an Arty that's not played enough, I think. It needs a bit of love. It's a lot easier to get a 3rd mark on this Arty now, because so few people actually play it. But it's still capable, even if it's a bit slow in getting its reload in. The SU-8 obviously got the faster reload and has taken over a lot of the games, but the M44 needs a bit of love every now and then, I think. Anyway, let's have a look at the second replay. The second replay is on Westfield, and we're on the southwest spawn. And that's an M53 M55. 203mm howitzer lifted straight up in the air. It's taken a very high position, but it does give you momentum if you need to get down from this area very, very quickly. So yes, it is something that I do approve of. Okay, he's looking for a target. He's found the first one, a Viz 55. Letting it dial in. Somebody else is there, just knocked the tree down. It's a 50 GP. Rounds out. Landed shallow. Now the standard reload for the M53 is 40.27 seconds. And Yarbas has got it down to 31.01, which is very good actually. 9 seconds off. Almost ready to go again. Rounds out. This time he does get splashed for 194 and a nice long stun. Now these two at the back here, the Minotaur and the 257, seems to be alongside each other quite a lot of the time, so could actually be very useful. He's also spreading the Arty love around between them because that makes it much more easier to get damage and help other players. Yeah, direct hit on the Minotaur's rear. That was a good one. 487. I think you can just see that it's actually on the shields over the tracks. Thin armor on the rear of the Minotauro. Minotauro's really decided to push forward, and he's not the only one. The 50 TP and the 257 are trying to do the same. Now, if they all get together, which they tend to do, oh! And they all get stunned. The 50 TP takes the hit. But look at this massive stun assist coming in. And now the communications expert's working as he just got 549 from one of the shots. So this is going to enhance his result in this game. And especially if they all bunch together like that, the next shot's going to be devastating to the enemy. Rounds out. Yes! Got damage off two of them, the 50 TP in the Minotauro, and he's getting stun assist. Looks like the shell hit the side of the turret on the Minotauro this time. These guys came too far forward, and now they're paying for it. The Object 257 just took a big hit for 580. Unfortunately, didn't get the stun assist, but it certainly does hurt the enemy. And another round in. Yep. Damage off the Object 257 and the Minotauro. I think they're now one-shots and they're almost out the game. The Minotauro goes down. The 257 will be next. It was good target selection there by Yarbas. He went for the enemies who were working on there together. Oh, and that's a splash kill. That's Yarbas's first kill of the game. .50 TP in reload at the moment. Rounds out. This is going to upset his reload. And now he gets hit, tracked, and he's having to reload slowly. And there you go, he's got on. And he got 761 stun assist off that one. It's very much looking like another ace tanker. 2,194 stun assists so far, as well as 2,200 damage. And there's another potential kill here, the M55, if he can get it. Rounds out. Oh, it lands shallow, which means that we might miss out on this one. Yep, the T-30 is at the back. We've got a T-54E1 hiding behind the houses. And a T-57 Heavy who's seen all that and thought, no, I don't want that. He's going through the village instead. Now we can land the shell to splash him. And in fact, we could just about make out his rear, but he pulled forward. Lovely shot. Good placing. That must have damaged the T-57 who was just behind the house. And in fact, actually, I've seen the brick wall go down and the tree, which means he's definitely moved. Now, on the other flank at the moment, the enemy seems to be doing rather well, but what they're facing is crossfire. It's a multi-level engagement. There's actually our guys on the other side of the valley, and as they were engaging our tank, they were under fire, under potential fire from elsewhere. In fact, that E50 just took a massive hit there from Yarbas, 441, right on the front plate. He's out the game. There's only 2 left now. It's this STB1 and their Arty, the 212A. Rounds out. Ooh, notice how he pulled away the moment he knew a shell was inbound. And they're just looking for the 212A now. And they found him. And he's been wiped out by the 277. Another good game by Yarbas of OLIMP in the M53 M55. He managed to get an ace tanker out of that one, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 8 in total. And his win 8 from this one, 3,146, which is Super Unicum standard. Sadly, he missed out on getting the Confederate, but even so, he still had fantastic shots on those 3 enemy tanks that were working together, and it really didn't help them that they were all so close, because of course Yarbas was getting 2 hits from 1 shot. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage. That went to the 277, who also got the last kill of the game, the 212A on the enemy team. He got 4,875 hit points. Second highest damage, the M55 with 3,777. And third highest, well, that turned out to be the Super Conqueror with 3,636. When it came to Yarbas, he got 2,904 hit points of damage, and he was only beaten by members of his own team, so he is actually in 5th place on that chart. When it came to kills, we can see the high scorer was in fact the 277 and the T55A. Both got 3 kills. The T55A got a steel wall out of that game. And 2 kills went to the MX50B, the Super Conqueror. And on the enemy team, nobody got more than 1 kill. And in fact, only 6 players got kills at all in the game. And so did Yarbas. He got a kill as well. But when it came to base XP, Yarbas was streets ahead of everyone else. He got 1,161, whereas the T55A managed 1,108. And then the third highest was the Object 277, who got that highest damage, but he only got 1,088 on assist, on base XP, rather. And that's mainly because, you see, Yarbas was assisting so many people to get shots on the enemy, and that's why he was well ahead. Plus, of course, he was hitting some tier 10 tanks in that game, and of course, when you hit tier 10s, you get 10% extra. So he actually did manage to get the highest base XP and the 5th highest on damage. Let's have a look at detail. 12 shots fired, 4 direct hits, no penetrations, but 19 splashes. Yeah, so 12 shots and 19 splashes. He was hitting more than 1 tank when some of those shells went in. 2,904 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1, so they missed out on a Confederate by just 1 tank. If he'd managed to get around off in the direction of the 212A or got one that was close enough to that STB, he might have been able to pick up another medal, but unfortunately, it didn't happen on this occasion. He got 3,368 stun assist off 18 stuns. So only one of the shells actually didn't cause, or one of the splashes didn't actually cause anything for him or do anything for him. But yes, he definitely missed out on a couple of the shells going shallow instead of going long. And it was the ones on that ridge line right in the middle of the map, the one where the confrontation line, the shells were going shallow. So it's something to bear in mind on other shots, because we have seen some shells going long and some shells going shallow in other games. So it might be that Wargaming are being very finicky with the algorithm. Okay, 48,381 credits profit from the game. And he got 4,353 experience points out of this one as well. So, yeah, a really good game there. Another ace tanker, 2 ace tankers, different Arties. I always like to try different arties each time I go out as well, not just focus on one, but to try a different type of each time, so that you can actually brush up your skills on other arties in the same session. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.